If you study military history long enough, you discover that some of the most powerful survival knowledge never came from generals, field manuals, or official doctrine. It came from the civilians, resistance networks, scientists, and isolated communities who had to survive the same brutal winters as the armies, without supply lines, without fuel, and often without any electricity at all. That is the knowledge we are uncovering today. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to Warfare Frontlines and share this documentary with fellow historians and survival researchers. This channel exists to preserve the techniques war almost erased. During the Second World War, millions froze, not because heat was impossible, but because most heating solutions were logistically unrealistic for mobile armies. Meanwhile, quiet, overlooked techniques continued to evolve across occupied Europe, Siberia, the Balkans, Scandinavia, and China. Techniques that required no power, no machines, and almost no fuel. These methods still work today, whether you are studying frontier survival, building a resilient homestead, or preparing for grid failure in modern cities. What follows are 6 heating systems that never became official military doctrine, yet they remain among the most efficient passive survival solutions ever developed. In Norway, Finland, and northern Russia, civilian survival during the war depended on layered sleep systems that were, honestly, more advanced than anything issued by armies at the time. Beds were constructed as insulated chambers. Thick wood frames were packed with moss, wool, and straw. The sleeper was sealed inside with layered blankets, animal hides, and canvas. Body heat alone warmed the enclosed microenvironment to survivable levels, even in sub-zero temperatures. To replicate this today, you'd want to construct a raised sleeping platform. Pack the base and sides with any available insulating material, like dry leaves, cardboard, wool, or shredded fabric. Cover with dense blankets and seal any drafts. Even without any external heat source, the human body can maintain a livable temperature inside such a chamber for an entire night. In bombed-out cities across Germany and Japan, civilians rebuilt shattered walls, using angled glass scrap metal and whitewashed stone to create passive solar collectors. Sunlight entered through the glass, struck dark surfaces inside, and was trapped by reflective stone. The interior temperature climbed during the day and remained stable long after sunset. This technique can still be built using salvage windows, clear plastic foil dark containers, and reflective surfaces. Face it toward maximum sunlight. Seal the chamber well. Even weak winter sun produces enough thermal gain to reduce fuel consumption dramatically. Some of the most sophisticated heating ever used in wartime Europe involved earth-air heat exchangers. Air was drawn through long underground tunnels before entering living spaces. Underground temperatures remain stable year-round. In winter, incoming air warmed before reaching the shelter. In summer, it cooled. A modern version can be built with buried pipes, old drainage tubes, or culverts. Airflow requires only gravity or simple vents. The result is a permanent, power-free temperature regulator. In siege conditions from Leningrad to the Balkans, survival often depended on collective sleeping. Families and neighbours slept pressed together inside insulated enclosures. Shared body heat raised ambient temperature enough to prevent frostbite and death. Even today, emergency shelters use this method. In extreme cold, group sleeping combined with insulation is one of the most powerful heat sources available. These 6 systems were never standard military issue, not because they failed, but because they could not be mass-produced or mobilized. Yet they remain some of the most effective heating strategies humans have ever developed. If this knowledge matters to you, subscribe to Warfare Frontlines. Share this documentary with serious researchers and continue exploring the forgotten survival intelligence of the last century.